up. Then I will sometimes go Craggy Hope or again Lover's Lane. So 70, Craggy's Hope. There's always Snake Hill that connects up to 70, but there's just a lot of different ways to get to 70 from Kingston Springs. This is one of them. All that being said, we're going to look for some damage, and some of this probably has been cleaned up in the hours following the tornado, which since my last trip, preliminary reports this is an EF1 or an EF2 based on just initial preliminary surveys. Nothing's official yet, but we're looking for just some side evidence of how strong, you know, some of this is going to be straight line wind, some of this is going to be tornadic damage. So, hey Ryan, I see you. Hope you're doing well. And again, I wanted to choose a road where there wasn't a lot of traffic behind me, so I didn't have to make too much haste. But you could see, you know, something bad definitely came in through here. And this isn't the worst of it. If I understand correctly, there was a tornado that crossed 46 in Burns. It passed south of my residential neighborhood in White Bluff. It passed to the south and east, thank goodness. And I checked on my home this morning, just some large branches down there. Missed the house. Some large limbs for sure, but nothing like we're going to see here in the next little bit. So I think the tornado cut through this forest somewhere, and that might have been it back there. Because really, the key area that got hit really hard, just the Shackwood area on 70 near the Kingston Springs Road 70 intersection, down towards the Cheatham-Dixon County line. That area just got hit really hard. So some strong impacts that way, but I think for the most part, we're not going to see a lot here, so for those just jumping in, enjoy the scenic route for a little bit here. I think we passed the part where either the tornado moved through back there, although there's going to be some outlying damage as we get closer to 70. But again, for those of you jumping in, this is Lover's Lane, Kingston Springs, though it eventually becomes White Bluff. Merle Road, I have to look at that location. Ryan, I'm not familiar with the coordinates at the top of my head, but and this is not Montgomery Bell. I believe, from what I understand, the tornado went south of Montgomery Bell. From this point, you're only about 10-ish minutes from Montgomery Bell, and we're heading west on Lover's Lane. This is it. Some of you have never even been out this way, and this is going to be your only inside view to what life is like, commuting-wise, the sunshine. So, breaks in the clouds finally. The sun is coming up here, and daylight has not been too kind. Contextually speaking, Middle Tennessee was spared the worst of the tornado damage. Big picture-wise, we talked about Ohio, Tennessee Valley. Kentucky got slammed hard. That quad-state tornado that most news outlets are talking about. It hit Arkansas, Louisville, Missouri, and it flipped northwest Tennessee. But Kentucky, like, you know, you're talking about a 290-mile path of destruction. Kentucky took the brunt of it. Not a whole lot here. Dixon, I think, was spared the worst as far as like downtown Dixon, but yes, Dixon County got. Dixon and Cheatham were hit hard. We'll see what we hit here. We're hitting some residential. We crossed the tracks, and again, we're backtracking our way through 70. at least as of a couple hours ago, you cannot take Kingston Springs Road to Craggy Hope to 70. And I believe, if I recall correctly, 70 is still shut down between the Foggy Bottoms area, where you can get canoe rentals, and they have some great hiking that way, up to the Kingston Springs Road 70 intersection. So, and Ryan, if you can correct me if I'm wrong, if 70 is reopened, I don't have Twitter up, but... Okay, so all that being said, if you're just jumping in, we're approaching 70 from Lover's Lane. It's one of the ways I get home. It's not even secondary, it's like a third area. Okay, so there's a tree. Okay, so that's very substantial. But damage for the most part has been isolated outside of that one chunk that we saw a couple minutes ago. Probably was an EF1, EF2 tornado that skips some sections here. But alright, so now at this stop we're at 70. We're going to turn right and see what we could see. Cleanup efforts are underway, so this is probably not going to be worst look. I'll let this guy go. To drive at my own pace here. Welcome to White Bluff, folks. I think there's a toy going off in the back, so if you hear Christmas jingles, it's actually some of my kids' toys right now. So we're in White Bluff city limits, but we're about to head out. In fact, I think where that road turns up there is where White Bluff ends, and you hit the Cheatham-Dixon County line. And this is about the area up yonder here. This is about where things get a little dicey. Okay, so I'll slow down a little bit. Some trees down. There's some signs of damage that way. You can see the chainsaw's been out. That house took a hit. There's a cemetery there. But for the most part, I think the damage, the tornado crossed 70, and the damage mostly is going to be on the left side. Road closed due to traffic. We'll see how far we can get. Early this morning, I was able to get to Kingston Springs Road. And then, okay, so here's where Craggy Hope intersects 70, right here on this right-hand side, except I couldn't get through. You can see the power line starting to get a little low. Power lines are definitely drooping. There's some debris over there. Now we're getting a little closer to where Kingston Springs Road intersects 70, and this is where it's going to get a little nasty. Okay, so let's kind of keep our eye peeled for left-hand side. This is where I think the tornado passed over 70. You can see some trees on the back. Okay, so here we go. This is where I think, yeah, look at this. Yeesh. What a mangled mess. Oh man, that roof there. Yeah, definitely some roof damage. Some trees on both sides of the interstate, but okay. Goodness. Those are the power poles. They've really cleared this up. This was like one lane earlier, but we'll just that one snapped in half. Look at that tree. Goodness, but yeah, here we go. This is definitely not good at all. Aha, that's it. This is the place where you can really see like trees snapped in half. Just Yikesville all already around. And we can't go further, so we're gonna go right. So you can see it's pretty messy down there, and that's I think where the worst of the action is. But we're gonna go ahead and carry on here. We're almost done. Again, for those just joining in, tornado struck just 5 minutes from not only my own home, but the home that my family and I are staying in right now. We're staying with Lissa's parents for the time being in this crazy season that we're in. They live in Kingston Springs, about 10-15 minutes east-southeast of White Bluff, and a tornado came through around 3 a.m. last night. Pretty much just here's the midsection, the midpoint between those two towns, and we were spared in both locations, but the people in the middle here just can't say the same. And there were some glimpses of perhaps EF3. I'm not going to get into hyperbole here. It's just the surveys are going to have to look at that. Power is back on. It's going to be a crawl today. This is nothing like the May 3rd, 2020 Nashville tornado, and this is nothing, absolutely nothing like the Mayfield tornado. Catastrophic damage in Kentucky with that one supercell. Okay, you can see there's definitely some action